Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you my inventory and pretty much do a little showcase on it. I know it's not like completely good or whatever, and this is also not for bragging purposes. This is kind of like get your personal opinions on my inventory and what you think I can improve on it. I want kind of overall what you would like to see in gameplay, since that will be coming out soon. I don't know why my computer, whenever I'm like playing like the CEVO pugs or whatever, I only get like 80 FPS, but then other pugs I'll get like 130 and I'll be like, what is this? And then it just kind of happens on random maps and stuff. But also you can see my my rank right now, but I used to be like, so I don't play much after like ever since that like thing happened, but I was like for a bit I was like LE before I was like at Supreme, like around my ELO level, but I never kind of like fully got enough wins in a row to rank up overall. But anyways, so now it's MGE, but whatever, it's because I haven't played for a month and it deranked me twice actually, because I was LE before. I didn't play for a month competitive. But anyways, this is pretty much my inventory as of now. I'll look at the loadout. These are my pistols. Overall, I just kind of going to explain my overall like backstory behind it and like why I think they're kind of an okay skin to have in that inventory slot. But anyways, let's start on the CT side first. And this first thing, I got my USPS Orion, which I don't know if it was exactly signed by Get Right, but I put all the stickers on there just for fun, because I'm like, well, it's signed by Get Right 5 times if it was legit. But anyways, I bet it on CSGO Lounge or whatever, which I don't recommend you do unless you kind of know a bit about like Counter-Strike professionals and stuff like that. But anyway, so I got this out of return for a bet that I won, and overall I think it's a great skin, and I think it looks sexy as can be. But anyways, here's an inspection of it, and as you can see on the top, it has like all Get Right, and then on the grip as well. Sorry, I couldn't really think about it. But anyways, overall it's a kind of clean skin. This one is actually a pretty good wear. It's like one of the highest in the world. It's pretty much like barely off like top 50 on CSGO Exchange, I think, or something like that. I can't remember what the website was called. But and then I got the Dual Berettas Dueling Dragons, which I think are a great skin because really Battle Scarred looks exactly the same as Factory New unless you have your shaders up high. And then brightness levels are different, but overall field tested looks fine for me. And it's very cheap as well. And then right here I got my StatTrak P250 Wing Shot, which I actually have a decent amount of kills on it. As you can see though, all of these have stickers. Like, I know some people don't like stickers, but I kind of do, because what's the point of like buying the sticker, betting for them, and then, you know, like just throwing it away? Like, well, might as well use it and not just sell it for less money to get a return out of it. But anyways, this is my P250 Wing Shot, and overall I kind of like the layout of stickers I have on there. But overall I think this is a really cool design. Where the Navi sticker is right now was the skull, so it kind of looks pretty sick, and it's very cheap as well. The StatTrak one isn't like incredibly cheap, but it's not like expensive in what showcase that you can imagine. 3, 2, 1. And then also right here I have my StatTrak Urban Hazard, which I think is pretty cool. Once the skin came out, it was kind of unique. Like, once it was noticed by me anyways, like one of my friends got it like maybe a year and a half ago or something like that. They were like, dude, this is actually a kind of cool skin. So I got it, but not a year and a half ago. I used to have a foul play, but I kind of bet and lost. Yay, me. But anyways, so this one I kind of have two stickers that kind of like resemble it, so Mo and Dupree. Kind of fits overall the colors, and I think it's a pretty cool cheap 5.7 that looks pretty clean depending on where you get. And then this one I really like. This is one of my favorite skins to get, like from overall just buying or whatever for a dig, and it's the Kimichu Dragon, which looks really sick Factory New, and then high detail shaders. But anyways, this is well worn, which is not too bad. But anyways, it's one of those skins that just like the Dueling Dragons, that it's like low wear, doesn't matter, it's only brightness levels and that's about it. But also what I didn't show you is the Tigress, which isn't much because I don't use the CZ often because I just don't like it, it's not me. But let's get on to T side, which the Glock, I have the Reactor, which is really cool. And if you can actually guess that signature, props to you. But anyways, it's kind of hard to tell on here, but leave it down below if you kind of know it, but I do know it. And then also the Tech 9 Avalanche, which is probably the coolest Tech 9. It's super cheap as well. All I know is like factory new stat track is it's pretty high up there. But overall, this is very cheap when I got it, especially it's field tested. It was about like $5 I think when I got it or something like that. But anyways, let's go to heavy real quick. There's not much. I should actually probably enable this Moon and Libra just because it's like a meh skin for a Nova. I have the XM Quicksilver, Sound Off Origami, which is meh, whatever. These are nothing, but the Loudmouth is actually a pretty unique skin. It sucks that it's like on the Negev and everything, but I think it's overall a neat design. It's pretty rough too, so it kind of resembles a Negev. It's not going to be like neat and kind of, you know, organized, just like this M249. And then I have the StatTrak Mag 7 Cobalt Core for the CT side or whatever, and this one I kind of like as well. It's pretty sick, and overall it kind of makes that nice little tectonic plate look or whatever. I don't know, I know that's like an Earth thing, but I don't know. But anyways, so right here, the only cool skins I could really point out are the Mac 10 Neon Rider, which I dearly love. And if you expect it, kind of looks cool. I covered it, the face, like the skull, because that was actually a bit scratched up, so I just hurried and put a Shroud sticker on it, kind of covered it a bit. And then the magazine is kind of scratched up, but overall the minimal wear looks pretty sick. And then you have the MP9 Ruby Poison Dart or whatever, and this one looks pretty cool too, and it's also Michael Lele, so you know, overall it kind of has that cool skin feeling to it. And then rifles, I have FAMAS Valence, which nothing more about that. I used to have an M4A4 Asimov, yeah, Asimov well worn, which looked very sexy on the boy side, but I sold it because I wasn't using M4A4 that much anymore, so I got this and bought a different game with it. Then I have the Scout Abyss or whatever, and then Op Cortacera. And T side I have the Vulcan, which is one of my favorite skins. I put like a little skin color into it, and then I put Nico on the end because that's when he was like playing super well during the major, and I was like, well, that's going to give me the powers of Nico. Are you kidding me? And then the Op Cortacera, which I have Kenny S, Fallen, and Coldzera. But if I was like putting it in order, as of now, I put Fallen up there. Just like Kenny S, I think is better, but he doesn't perform better, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so I would have Fallen at the top, Kenny S, then Coldzera. And then this was the game. Like, it was like 2 days after or whatever, because I got like the Coldzera sticker near the very beginning. But 2 days after his like insane shenanigans of jump shooting with the Op. And yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then knives, I have the Karambit. I named it Vote Failed, but I'm thinking about like taking it off. But this is actually, it looks really scratched up as this looks. It's field tested. It looks terrible for field tested, but it was cheaper than ones that looked amazing. Anyway, so this right here is obviously not the play side right here that is showing, and then this is because it looks cleaner and I kind of like it like that. But anyway, it's because I have my view model on the left side, but in these videos I put it on the right side just because I know more people like it. Then this is my display trophies. I have some of them on an older account for like pick'ems and everything, but these are the ones I kind of have. So I have this one, this one, this one, and that one. This one is for the fantasy because I got 5%, and then this one I was like one pick off of getting gold. And then music kits, I have this one because I kind of like it. I think it's a cool kind of beat, and then I like the bomb music because that is very helpful. That's a good tip to do, is make sure you have bomb music up, and so then it's 10-second timer, so then you kind of know if you don't have a kit what it is or whatever. And then right here I actually have the face sticker, so let me show you this. And then so anyways, and then so I'm hoping this one will spike up in price, almost like the like Titan and the iBuyPower stickers. I hope this really spikes up. I was almost hoping they wouldn't qualify because then they would go up in price a bit more, just because there wouldn't be as many face stickers out there. But they did qualify. Good for them. They actually just completely dominated qualifiers, and I think that's pretty cool. But hopefully it's one of these stickers that maybe they change organizations, which I doubt, because FaZe is just a big one and they can always supply enough money, and they overall have a reputation of being like a Call of Duty place, but I feel like they give enough to their CSGO roster, so that their roster wouldn't be willing to like switch organizations. So sadly, I don't think this is going to go much up in price, but then I have a lot of cases in here just kind of like laying around. I can sell them. I even have a Chroma 3, I think, somewhere. I can't remember what the Chroma 3 looks like. I think it's this. Yeah. But see, right now I can sell for 49 cents, but I have to go like look at my like Steam thing and then confirm it. I'm like, well, it's just not. Like, I honestly don't care. There's not much I could buy right now because I think my inventory is okay for like every single skin, except like skins I'll never use, like guns I'll never use, like PV Bison. That one I'd just rather use a UMP or something else. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it will be gameplay and that I won't have terrible FPS. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.